There's a very large asymmetry between the Ukrainian military and the Russian military. This isn't the dilapidated Russian military you had right after the Cold War. It's a very mobile, fairly modern and well-trained army with a very healthy air force, large ground forces, a lot of artillery, small ships with very capable land strike missions. Since the Cold War, the Russian military has focused heavily on long-range strike systems. In a certain sense, they're mimicking the United States and other countries when they do that. The Russians have built up their military presence in Crimea since 2014, and so you have, refurbished air bases. You have additional naval assets in the Black Sea. Some of these naval assets include, the small diesel submarines, the small corvettes. Each of these platforms has a long-range strike capability, and that's one of the real big differences in the Russian military. And in addition to any aircraft you have conducting strikes from the Russian mainland, you could also have strikes coming from the Black Sea. When you look at the Russian laydown on the other side of the border, you're talking 60 to 70 battalion tactical groups. That's the kind of unit that we focus on. That ranges anywhere from 600 to 1,000 people. It generally averages about 800 and several hundred tanks, armored personnel carriers. That's a larger force than what you see in Ukraine. The Ukrainian military, if we go back to 2014, was already far behind. While they've made improvements in both their professional corps, they've modernized some, they have some new air defense systems. The Ukrainians now have some Stingers. Certain NATO allies have given both anti-air and anti-tank weapon systems to the Ukrainians. The Javelin missiles that the Ukrainians have received are very capable systems, and so I'm sure the Russians are a bit concerned about those. Both sides have ground forces, both have Russian-made air forces. The Russian side is larger and more modernized than the Ukrainian side. Russia has an extensive rail network and practices moving these troops on a regular basis. It doesn't come without cost. Right? After a while, if you have soldiers just sitting in place, you start to lose proficiency, people start getting bored, people start getting lazy, and there's also just the political cost of having all of this stuff there and not using it.